All right, Tina, do you have a poem on this topic?
Yes, I do.
All right, in our topic, we're talking about mean girls, women and women. Why do we hate on each other? And Tina Davina, take it away.
When I step into the room, the smiles disappear. Jealousies draw near. They frown and sneer. Competition has entered the atmosphere, and survival of the fittest kicks in, scrutinizing every molecule of my skin. Their poor self-esteem sinks in, the mean girls, often mistaken as your friend. I wish I could say it was because of me, my smile, my physique, the way I walk, the way I speak, but merely it's my chemistry, my DNA makeup. The fact that I wear makeup makes them take up barrage, camaraderie, a facade. It's kind of odd, as we are all women, all human, all in search of love, all wanting to rise above our common struggles, the daily hustle. We bear the fruit of the next generations. We built the foundation, the fruits of labor on our backs. So why do we act so cold? The breeze chills as it fills the room, and the ferment gets old. They're catty and chatty and snicker and snide, jabbing me on my blind side, searching for my flaws, all because I'm a woman, provoking your frown, building themselves up by tearing you down, and always hanging around women that are inferior, falsifying their exterior of confidence and poise. I wish to silence the noise, searching among the countless faces for traces of sincerity, an ounce of familiarity, a hint of soul that whispers to me, a soft smile in a room of insecurities.
Thank you,
All
Tina
right.
Davina. All right, that was long because I think you were talking about a couple that we may know. Right? You had some stuff you had to get off your chest on that one, huh?
From a personal place, didn't it?
That's funny.
Our topic tonight is woman to woman. Why do we hate on each other? That is our topic. Our number is 877-2-106-106. Stick around. After the break, we will have authors Erica Holiday and Joan Rosenberg. They wrote the book Mean Girls, Meaner Women. There's a note you said. Okay, ladies, give us a call. We want the ladies. We want to hear from the ladies. The fellas always calling, but we want to hear from the ladies. So give us a call, 877-2-106-106. Okay. Welcome back to the Claudia, Jordan, and Friends show.
Yeah. How you doing?
Our topic tonight, woman to woman. Why the hell do we hate on each other so much? What's going on? Ladies, we got to cut this out. It's enough already. Hi to you bitches. Wait for me to ball and bail. I'm just saying.
Don't be hey.
All right. Every once in a while, we bring experts that actually know what they're talking about and have done research.
Most of the time we talking.
We have co-authors of the book Mean Girls, Meaner Women. Please welcome Dr. Joan Rosenberg. She's a PhD, California licensed psychologist. She's an expert on building positive relationships using recent discoveries about the brain and a variety of men's and women's issues. She maintains an independent psychotherapy practice in Los Angeles, and Dr. Erica Holiday is a clinical psychologist. She has worked in the field of mental health for the past 9 years. She works with children, adolescents, and adults in individual couples, family, and group modalities.
Yes.
I never heard that word before. Break that down for me later on. She also specializes in areas of relationship issues, women's and adolescent girls' issues, grief and loss, and mood and anxiety disorders. Flora.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yes.
Great.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Hi.
Now, our topic, Mean Girls, and, perfect that you wrote this book. How did this come about? I know we spoke a little bit off air. You said you were mentored by Joan.
Yes.
So why did you pick that topic? You having problems? Issues?
Well, what's interesting is that when you were introducing this topic and you were going around and asking, have you had an issue with this? Have you had an issue with this? You all have several stories that you could relate to, and I think that's what's so interesting about this topic is that all women can relate to this issue, have stories where they've either been the victim or the perpetrator of being a mean girl or a mean woman. And so I became very fascinated with that, and because there was and still is so little research on this topic, I really wanted to write a book and educate other women about it.
Okay.
Really important to bring the issue out in the open. It's not women, by and large, aren't taken seriously, and we don't take ourselves
Still.
Wow. Right, I agree with that,
and we
yeah.
still don't take ourselves seriously enough. So it's kind of a cultural thing, and it's also what we do to ourselves.
You notice a lot, like in the last election, when it was like Hillary and then Sarah Palin, and some of the things that were said about the both of them, it
Right.
was just like by women was quite disturbing.
Yeah, if you remember the day when Hillary Clinton wore a low-cut shirt and her cleavage, God forbid,
Right.
Hillary Clinton's
Right.
cleavage was showing, there was such a backlash. And by women, I was watching the news and there were female reporters putting her down and just being very critical of her. And I think that that's part of the issue here is that we don't realize what we're doing to each other.
Right.
Well, I feel like it plays a part, well, you guys definitely chime in on this, you know, the ratio now, you know, women and men, as far as like when you're trying to date, you hear these cities like DC is like 20-1 or 12-1 in LA, just crazy as far as available men. Do you think that plays an issue, a role in why women are so mean to each other and vicious?
Absolutely. Not only, and men is just part of the issue, though. It's certainly probably the single biggest thing that women compete over, or single biggest person that women compete over, is wanting to get a man. Mm-hmm. But there are certainly a variety of other issues that are tied to competition, too. It can be tied to looks, it can be tied to prestige, it can be tied to power. And when we were in a situation where women before were relying on a man or competing for a man, now they're competing against men. Mm-hmm. And we're competing against each other for the very same thing that men used to bring us.
Right.
Power, competition, status, prestige, good schools, good family, you name it.
It's funny because most times women dress for other women. They're not really dressing for men. They're wearing that, you know, new Gucci purse or those new boots so another woman can recognize their stature. It's very crazy that we're just so competitive with one another.
Right, I just go to Forever 21 because I know that's where you guys shop. And it's going to take much big job. So.
I don't know about you. I go to Baby Gap. Sorry.
We
go to half-cut shirts.
Yes. We have a caller, a woman, a female finally.
Wow, Oprah's in the house.
Even with this show, we rarely get female callers. It's very rare.
Yeah.
Well, we can also talk about what happens with things like Girls Next Door.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
We have Linda from Los Angeles. Welcome to the show.
Hello, ladies.
Hey.
Hi, Linda.
Welcome.
I just wanted to say that I feel that it's insecurities on the other woman's part, the one who's hating, because I don't think I've ever been hated on by someone who had their stuff together, who was happy and successful in their life, or who felt they were happy and successful in their life. And I feel that they try to make excuses by breaking the happy, successful woman down to make excuses for their own shortcomings because they know that they need to do better or they want to do better or want more out of themselves. And when it comes to being competitive, they mistake being competitive for if I tear down my opponent, that'll make me the winner instead of making themselves a better opponent.
Right.
Okay. Very good point.
Anybody want to chime in on that?
I also think it's like women who have their stuff together, who have the great business, and who seem from the outside to be so happy that when they're not, and then they're trying to find ways to better themselves by cutting down the next woman, always being, in like gossipy situations, just because they're trying to make up for things that they're missing in their own lives.
Yeah, there's still successful women that hate on other successful women.
That's
Just
right.
like
You,
Well,
for
we
other
witness
things
it all the time.
You know,
You know,
They still have insecurities, though. It doesn't matter how successful you are.
yeah, I'm just saying, but that's what she was saying. She has been hated on by someone that's not.
Right.
Right.
And I'm saying it's not just success. It can be, a
that
lack
she
of
knows of.
Exactly.
That she knows of.
Okay, now we're all biracial, African American, and you two are not. So, I wonder. We tend to think. I think personally, and you guys can weigh in as well. I feel like it's worse with black girls, black women. I really, really do. I feel like we're a little bit more vicious, maybe because we have like less options with the men, with the work. We're just extra feisty. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
I think that's certainly possible, and if that is the case, I think part of it has to do with African American women make 2/3 the annual income of what a white woman makes. Mm-hmm. So we have to look at cultural factors that might go into that. So yes, if I'm making much less than another woman, it's going to make me feel bad,
more angry.
More angry. And of course, in our culture, we're taught that women aren't supposed to be angry. Women are not supposed to display aggression. So we hold it inside and we take it out on other women that are safer to take it out on another woman.
Right.
So I think that would be a central piece as to why maybe
2/3. Damn, white girls get it all. You get all the brothers and you get the money.
No, they don't.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, no.
Shout out to my mother. We have a Taylor from Memphis. Welcome to the show. Taylor.
How y'all doing?
Hey, how are you?
All right, my comment is, in Memphis, my attitude towards a lot of these women, as in characterizing them, a lot of this attitudes and whatnot, I call them see me bitch. They want to be seen more than everybody else, and that's what causes a lot of the hate to come in. Because, oh, look at me, I'm pretty, I got this. Whatever in style at that moment is what they want to have. When the red brother was in style, they got a red brother. Dark skin in style, they got a dark skin. So whatever the trend is, that's what they want at the time. So we call them see me bitches.
Okay. Now,
Interesting.
relating to
Where is this?
the topic.
This is in Memphis.
I don't know.
This is
Oh,
Memphis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, you're supposed to be. All right. Okay. What
Sorry.
about our upbringing? What role does that play in being mean to each other?
It plays a huge role because again, we can look at it from in terms of all the different kind of cultural messages we get, and there's lots of mixed messages. Girls are again brought up where you are told to go out and be assertive, and then simultaneously you are shut down because then you're seen as too bitchy or too ball busting or too something else like that.
You like saying bitch just now, didn't you?
I do.
Say it again. Yes.
Bitches.
We have